Good evening.
I actually thought it was going to be early. I thought, I'm way early tonight. And I think that's the worst position you can be in sometimes because then you do
Faffing.
little touches and before you know where you are, you're late. So apologies for being a few minutes late. Oh, 2 minutes. Let me off 2 minutes, can't they?
Yeah, they can let us off, yeah.
Evening, Paul. Chris. Another Paul. Paul Hinchcliffe. Hera, question marks. Or Hera, question marks. Not sent as yet. I know that for a fact, but imminent. And once they are sent, you're looking at about 3 to 4 days. So I'm going to guess and say a week. This time next week, I should be holding one in my hand, I think. Stuart Aiton, good evening. As soon as I came on, I got a frog. Evening, Jay. Jay's there. And good evening, anyway, Jay. Simon, Stuart have said, Simon have said, Mick King, good evening, Mick King.
Evening, Mick.
Nick Bailey, John, Mark, good evening, Mark. Scott Lee, hello, Scott. It seems like some of the people in chat I've spoken to really regularly on messages and stuff and email, Facebook messages. You recognise names, don't you? Scott commented on the last review that I did, that we'll talk about in a little while, perhaps. David Fisher, good evening, David. Erskine Vapor, good evening. YouTube says I'm live. Thanks, YouTube. They're always behind the curve, aren't they?
Yeah, always behind.
I thought. Dion, hello, Dion. Who else? Tim Baker, Tim Rice, and I think a lot of the rest. Neil Roberts. I'm skipping through. If I have missed you, I apologise. Curly Chew, hi Curly Chew. Lynn, good evening, Lynn. Rufus, good evening. Adrian, hi Adrian. And I'm looking at duplicates, I think. Daniel, good evening, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
All good this end, fella. Evening, Lynn. Yeah, that's good.
Get them thumbs up going already, guys. Come on, get on it.
I think Daniel had today he said he had a shot. He doesn't like going shopping, especially at the moment, and who can blame him, really? The least time you can spend in public places. Iggy Mitchell, good evening to you. Jason Lee, Raheem, hi Raheem. Nice to see you in chat. Have we seen Raheem before? Raheem's a very old customer of mine.
I think he has been in, but I don't think he's been in very often. I think he might be one of those ghost watchers. He just sits in the background watching.
Raheem the ghost. I know he's not a ghost. I know he uses copper pipes and things for his living, so I know he's not a ghost. Pav, another one who's not a ghost. Good evening, Pav.
Yep, Pav.
Kieran, good evening. Kieran, you've been doing a lot of reviews lately, an awful lot. I'm getting a bit worried. How come you've got all this time?
He's banging them out.
Yeah, he's been doing quite a few. Which one did I watch the other night? Kieran's. Oh, it was the BP Mods, the Pioneer.
The Pioneer.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
Still not got one.
Well, no, and I think Kieran said he bought his from France. But I have got some news on those as well, actually, in a little while. So remind me about that.
Yep.
Keith, good evening, Keith. Keith Parker. Ian Morgan, I think I said anyway. And I think we're... Oh, Net Reality. Good evening. Hi, guys, he says. Cody Vogler. I've got some vape mail today. I've got the Strathquam Squape. Excellent stuff. That's one tank I haven't tried is the Squape. Almost pressed.
I recently acquired one and I don't like it.
Oh, you don't? That's one of those tanks I've almost pressed the button on so many times and never have.
It's lovely made, don't get me wrong. I mean, mine's an old one. It's the Extreme. But the vape off it's cracking, but I just can't get the wicking right on it.
Amateur.
I'll wick it up.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll vape it. Perfect. Put it down, walk away, come back, and all the juices all down the side of your mod.
Sounds a bit like the old Typhoons. They used to.
Yeah, Typhoons do that, yeah.
But he's still waiting on the Pioneer. I'll get to that in a little while. And I think, God, I'm nearly caught up. I've got to keep going quick. Did I say hello, Rufus? If not, hi, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Summerfield. How are we, Andy?
Andy's there, is he? Oh, have I not got to him yet?
Possibly.
Ah, there you go, Raheem. Look, I watch every week, but keep a low profile. See, you're right. He does.
There you go. See, I told you he was ghosting.
Yeah, he's ghosting. Well, nice that you've said hello this week, Raheem. Do it again. Louis, hi Louis. David Cox, good evening. Iggy, I think, did I say Iggy? No, possibly not, but I have now. JP Vapes, hiya.
Evening, JP.
Anthony, hi Anthony. Paul, I've said. Oh, I missed Andy Summerfield, but fortunately you picked him out, so good evening, Andy.
Andy's a good mate of mine. He's a sound bloke, he's Andy. He's probably had a few bits from your website as well. Oh, look, Caramax, guys. Caramax.
we were talking about this last week, and the very next day, Amazon turned up, and Tina went, "That's for you." I said, "No, it's not. It's always for you. I haven't ordered anything." She said, "I'm telling you,
some Caramax.
It's for you." And it was. She bought me some Caramax. She was watching when I was talking about it. So,
did you get her something in return, though?
You see, you've got this nasty habit of hanging me, haven't you?
You need to get something, mate. She was up to something. She was hinting, mate. She was hinting. She dropped you some chocolate for something.
Moving on. What are you thinking on, Jay?
Right, first up, I've got the lovely Darwin Mods Gecko with the Cree RTA on the top, the Cree mouth to lung. And in that, I've got some juice that's not in front of me. Yeah, it is. Razzmatazz. I've got some razzmatazz in that from advaping.com. ADV10 gets you 10% off. Go slip that one in there fucking quick first. Frigging quick. And then I've got this single 18650 Arctic Dolphin mod from Mark. And I've got the Nautilus GT on top. And that has got some Naturevape, lime, raspberry, and blackcurrant in it.
Black. You've got me then, because I always say blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime.
I've got it lime, blackcurrant, and raspberry written down on there. I know what it is. You'll find it, guys. It's on the website. Another thing that came today, along with that mod there, that I picked up second hand as a bit of a Brucey bonus. This is the Fakir's Illusia.
I like that.
18500S. It's got the what's the tank? The Ion S tank, because S is for small, because it's an 18500 and it's bloody tiny. I mean, if you get a 21700 and stick it next to it, it dwarfs it. It dwarfs it. Look at that next to a 21700.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I do like those. They're nice. Has that got the... I think I had one at the time. I had the 18650. Hasn't it got the adjuster on the fire button? Like the lock?
Yeah, you can unscrew it and screw it back in, yeah. It's a lovely little thing. You got the 18650, have you?
Yeah. I don't even know where it is. I think it's in a drawer downstairs, actually. Like all these things, you use them for a little while, and some survive the "I'm bored with that now," and some don't.
Yeah.
Hang on. And some don't.
Well, if you find it and you decide you don't want it anymore, I'll quite.
I will use that more, but I haven't lately, I must admit.
No, this one I meant. If you've got the 18650 and you don't use it, we'll do a deal or something.
All right, we'll look into that. I'll see if I can find it. And is that your repertoire of tonight?
Yeah, and that's just got some Blake 7 from AD Vaping, which you've probably put in one of your tanks because I did send you samples.
Well, I'm not going to lie.
I haven't bloody touched them.
Jay was kind enough.
Send him some juice to try, and he hasn't even bothered. Look, honestly.
I must admit, I haven't, but I will. That's I'm gonna leave it there. I will, I promise, and I really appreciate you sending me those, Jay. Thanks.
I'm surprised you haven't got anything empty. You can bung that Blake's in now because you'll love that.
So today I've had a funny day though. I've had a day of, and really, today was the ideal time to do it because I've changed. Well, let's go through what I'm vaping on, and then that'll that'll automatically come forward. I was missing it, so I've gone back to my True Tank for today.
Going back to his True Tank. Yeah.
Gave it a solid washing and clean, fresh coil, fresh cotton. I'll tell you, isn't it lovely when you do that? And it's strange, isn't it? Going back to the True Tank, I think, you know, in my head, and you can all argue with me or whatever you want. In my head, nothing. If you shut your eyes, nothing's beaten this on vaping experience. I don't think, in my opinion. Yes,
For me, the Purity Plus just ticks the boxes a little bit more.
Other things have beaten it on styling and things like that, but I'm talking about
the actual vape
taste, you know, and where I like the airflow. For me, anyway. So, and I know I'm biased because you know, it's mine, wasn't it?
It's your bloody tank.
But, and I don't often blow my own trumpet like that, but it just is, and I haven't used the True Tank for probably a couple of weeks, and you leave something alone, then go back to it, and you think, oh, I really do enjoy that, you know. So it was nice. It was nice for me to go back to that. I did a review of the dot shell for the dot mod. When did I do that? Yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And uploaded it last night. So I've got that on the go. So that's got fresh coil, fresh wick as well. And didn't realise until I did the review that I had the direct lung pin in it, but with a mouth to lung reducer in the top. Because I didn't look at the...
Sometimes I like doing that with some of them, though. You get a nice vape from them that way sometimes.
I didn't look at the pin properly when I was so busy, you know, keen to get it all built up when I first got it.
You were excited.
Look at it, and if you watch the review, you'll sort of see my hiccup because I had the insert ready to show everyone how to do the insert. So there you go. That's another one. I've got. It's not new on the market. It's been out some time, and I must admit I was a bit embarrassed today because I spoke to the lady.
I like the shape and the colour on that. I like the screen's clear. It's quite swanky.
It is, yeah. It's an all-in-one. But where it is a bit clever, I'll tell you what it is in a minute as well. So let's just show you inside. There's the pod, if you can see it. There. Now, if you take the pod out, you've got this piece here, which unlike the artery that was magnetic and you could pull out, this one actually slots in properly, so you can use it as a
put a tank on it.
Yeah, and put a tank on it. Just use it as a normal mod, which I think is quite clever.
Yeah,
nice that it's done that way, quite stylishly. Says he putting it back the wrong way around. That's it. So let's put the cover back on. So I thought it was quite nice, and I must admit, it gives you a choice when you start as well, so you can either pick pod or mod.
Yeah.
And it takes the smock RPM coils as well.
Nice.
Not sure if there's a rebuildable head for it. I don't think there is. And it is the Vape Hybrid. That's what it's called. Now, Vape is a company that a lot of people probably haven't heard of, but they are relatively small, although there are some people within that company that have been involved in the vaping industry for some time. Vapes, well, I actually, vaping this coil, I actually think that might be a better, although it's the same as the RPM coil, I think that might be a little bit better than the RPM coil. It does taste good.
I always like the Nord coils in preference to the RPMs anyway.
Do you? Yeah. And in there, I've got my mango, peach and
papaya.
3 milligram. I didn't say what I had in the others. I've got some Drake's American blend, which I know I'm out of stock of at the minute, so sorry to tease anyone.
Oh, Andy Summerfield says, Naturevape, I'm the one who asked about the Drake's Cavendish the other day.
Yeah, I know. I did answer you, Andy, didn't I? a lot of the messages I was a bit slow on answering, especially on Facebook. I didn't check Facebook for about 3 days for some reason. But yeah, he did, and it won't be long. I think I'm getting a big order of Drakes in about a week's time, including new labels on the 10ml bottles in multi-packs, which I've never had multi-packs, although I've listed them. Go on, yawn. Go on. Dish. Can I get you? No, that's the wrong way anyway. It's that way.
Oh, yeah, you were going to send me some Cyber Rabbit, weren't you, to try?
Cyber Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that later. So they're this little Narada thing still got that on the go. Sort of just the one I chuck in my pocket to take the dogs for a walk. Blackcurrant, raspberry and lime in that one. And finally, still, I put a new coil and wick in this today as well. And lovely.
You can't beat a fresh coil of wick, can you?
There you go. No, you can't. You really can't. Very good indeed. And in there, I've still got, and on my second bottle of Boule. Ooh, can you see the level?
It's getting lower, that, lad.
Oh,
Order some more. Where can they get that from?
Possibly Naturevape, possibly. But maybe not, because I keep nicking them out of stock and I'm not taking them off stock on the back end of the website. So you've reminded me to do that. So there's 2 lists.
Slap yourself on the wrist.
Absolutely. And I think that's it. So have I missed much in chat? Oh, that was the deal. I thought I was the see-through wicket one. What's that? But Dion was talking to Rufus.
Yeah, it's the new limelight pylon, isn't it? It's called the Wicket.
Oh, right.
And they do it in clear, fully see-through. It's quite nice. Yeah. They also do it in stabwood as well and stuff.
And yeah, I can see that now. Yep, I remember you asking. Net Reality, hi, making your Pandora tonight. Oh, right, okay. The Pandoras, I think I've taken them off of stock now. They are all gone, done and dusted. Scott Lee is on his Tayfun GTR with True Juice, Blackcurrant, Raspberry and Lime. What do you think of that, Scott? Do you like that? Pav, question to everyone. Who used Innikin T22? I'm trying to get a friend off Siggy's and I'm getting her T22. Should I get salts or regular juice, considering this will be her only device for now?
From my personal experience, normal regular nicotine juice, base juice, because I find you get sick of salts quite quickly. If you know what I mean, your body fucking absorbs them quicker and stuff like that. Yeah, they're all right for a short term, but not long term for me, personally.
No good asking me, because I'd be the same as you. I wouldn't go to salts. I know a lot of people like salts.
I do like them, but I can't do it anymore. They give me a massive headache, and I know a lot of people that are the same.
They make me sneeze, badly sneeze. I might as well chuck snuff up my nose, because I really am like that with salts. But I personally, I would just, and I probably wouldn't go as far as 18 milligram either. I think we all made that mistake a bit when we were first started. Plus the fact that
the devices have got better.
weren't as good. So
the devices are better now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think probably, if it's a mouth to lung, something like a 12 milligram Pav.
Well, on a T22, even a 6 would be quite strong.
And I also think, Pav, I think you've got 3 True Tanks. I think if she's a good friend of yours, you should set one up for her, wick it on a weekly basis, and for her.
No, they're all mine.
And look after her properly, Pav. If she's a friend, do you think she's a very good friend or not? But no, I think that would be 12 milligram normal juice, I would say.
I've just read further down. Do you reckon 6 milligram will be enough? She smokes 10 to 15 a day. 6 milligrams plenty for a 10 to 15.
10 to 15. I went to 18 and I was more than 20 a day, to be honest, more like 30. So if I can go 18, and to be honest, I could get off that to 12 quite quickly. So now that e-cigs have improved, I think probably a 12. Mark H, Naturevape, thanks for the Cyber Rabbit juice from last week's show. Glad you got it okay, Mark. That was brilliant. I must admit, that's thanks to Josh more than me. He sent them out, so thank you, Josh. Neil Roberts. I think Neil asked if I had any other bargains like the Hero tank that I would recommend. I said the Messon, didn't I?
Messon, yeah.
Using my new Messon RTO, excellent recommendation. Mark has gone off the screen. Flavour is banging, as was suggested. Superb. And I was trying to remember what the tank was sort of resembled at the time, and it was the Kenzie. I couldn't remember the Kenzie last week, but
yeah,
it came to me, the Kenzie.
That's it, Kenzie. Yeah, it reminds me of the Kenzie
from Vape.
In-chat waffle there.
Sorry.
Bit of in-chat waffle between peoples.
In-chat waffles.
Yeah, in-chat waffles.
Oh, here and vaping on the Aston RTA. Now that's one well, you'll have to let me know what that's like if you haven't reviewed it yet, which I doubt whether you have.
I like the Alliance. Do some nice gear.
Oh, there you go. He's put not a tight mouth to lung, loose mouth to lung, too tight for direct to lung, but great flavour so far.
Oh, loose mouth to lung to tight direct lung. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Where were you?
I thought you said too tight for direct to lung.
No. Oh, I might have done. If I did, it was a slip of the tooths. Got me worms in
the bishop.
I got me worms in the middle. Yeah, the rest is about Pav's juice, I think. Looking through.
Ow,
there you go. Well, Andy Summerfield, you see. Thank you, Andy, for backing me up. I've tried a lot of mouth-to-lung tanks over the last 6+ years of vaping, and the True is still in my top 3.
Yeah, it's number 3, but it's still in the top 3.
It's only got bronze, but
it's got the bronze.
Put us in there.
Oh, Andy, there's tanks coming for that as well, mate. Possibly.
There's what?
There's a new top for the mouth to lung, isn't there?
For the True tank?
Yeah.
That seems to have. They sent me some, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they were the wrong size. Two, that one. See it all, that one, and another one. But they got the thread wrong, and I must admit I didn't hear anything. So I
chase them up.
I must. Mark, I'm on the Danny Mini with a mouth to lung. Yeah, Paul, we know. Yeah, Pav says he's got two True tanks out in daily. I thought you had 3, Pav. There's only 2. Robert, sorry I'm late. Been watching a voice teacher reacts to what? Nightwish? Oh, Floorgasm.
Varu.
Rufus. Mine hasn't arrived yet. What's that? Should have paid £3 extra for DHL. I don't know which one that was.
He's obviously on about the dwarf.
And yeah, Rufus got some American blend on Monday. I think it was Rufus that emailed me actually. It was showing no stock. So I went and had a physical check, and there was 2 lonely little bottles in there. So I message him back and say there are 2, and I'll put them on the site now. So be quick. Kelly Chew, I like the look of that roulette. Without spoilers, are your first impressions? Oh, so Kieran's got the roulette, has he?
Oh, he's a little high-end old man.
Yeah, he's gone all.
He's sneaky. He must be doing some serious dealing to get all this swanky gear, isn't he?
He must have a side hustle. He's getting his furlough, and I reckon he's chefing for someone else. Well, there you go. You're getting a lot of stuff. I definitely noticed that Kieran's doing quite a few reviews. So that's good. Well done, Kieran, for keeping the motivation up. I don't think there's a lot else. As always, guys, if you've got anything to ask, put it in block cap. Oh, here we are, like Paul has. Mark, when will the dot shell be back in stock? Well, the funny thing is, Paul, I did the review yesterday, and I said to Tina, I don't know why I uploaded that yesterday, because we haven't got any, have we? She said, yeah, we have. We've got 2. I said, oh. I thought they're not on the site. So, Paul, if you have a look, I think, unless they've been snaffled since yesterday.
Been snaffled?
I don't know. You might find that there's one there. Don't know. Jay, have a quick look. You're the...
What am I looking for? Dot shell?
Yeah, you're my wingman.
Link Ninja. Am I right in thinking the dot shell only fits in the thingy, doesn't it?
Dot mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold out, it says on here.
Oh, they're both gone then. Oh, they didn't last long, did they? I think there's a shortage. I think it's about another week's time we're getting some more. So, but I know there is a shortage. My order is in. So hopefully not too long. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those reviews I wanted to do for some time, and I didn't essentially do it because, you know, if you know my nature by now, you know I don't think, oh, I need to sell them, I've got to review it. I'm not like that at all. I just think that I keep meaning to do the review on this item, and I did it. And then I did think afterwards, I thought it was a bit silly in a way because there are none available for anyone to buy. Anyway, and Andy, are you getting the Squevo back in? Again, have we sold out of them? One went out today, I think, or yesterday.
You got the Squevos on the site. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
Yeah. This little fella.
Yeah, I love that looking. I think it's a gorgeous looking mod.
Yeah. But if I can get any more, I will. But
it says sold out.
No, sold out.
Oh my God, your site's turning into bloody Argos.
Yeah, well, I'm never going to do those little pins.
Maybe you should do like Naturevape ones and people can put requests on it and send it to you.
Yeah, that's it. Little slips. Lammers. I'm on the OG Narada. Intake Jewel. Neil Roberts, Mark, didn't thank you for the wire I ordered. Got 24 and 26 gauge.
Funny enough, that's what I ordered as well.
A lot more different types. I was unsure what else I might need, so I went mid-range. Yeah, I mean, I was playing with some the other day, actually, and as we said the other day, that if you just get a little Phillips screwdriver,
plink a hole in it,
just punch a hole, you just twist it, it'll soon go through. It's only aluminium. Then you've got your wire here, just ready to pull out as you need it. And
God, I'm good, aren't I?
Bend it and cut it. It wasn't your idea, it was a mutual one. I'll have you.
It was. Try and palm it off as your own. So poke a hole in it.
Come up with your own ideas. Pinching mine all the time. But you're more than welcome, Neil. Good.
You'll have to go digging around, see if there is some Squevos knocking about.
Yeah, well, if I can get any more, I will, because they're not a big or quick seller, but they do, you know, they're steady.
They potter along.
Yeah. Simon, Mark, do you know anything about the Favanda Memo mouth-to-lung RTA in 22mm? I know absolutely nothing about it.
Never heard of it.
Quite good, that. Those coils.
Yeah, that would be a nice setup, Andy. The Riviera on it. It would be matchy-matchy, wouldn't it? On the Squevo.
Oh, yeah. And Andy says sold out on the Squevo. I'll try and get some more, Andy. Rufus, Reload 26 spare glass. Yes, Rufus. They're on the site. Straight, bubble, and the mouth to lung as well. Straight glass as well. So, yep, got them. Hey, one tick. I must admit, normally I'll put a little thing on Facebook when I get something like that and then just let everyone know, so I didn't. But yes, they're in stock, Rufus.
Straight and bubble, there we go. Was that for Rufus, was it?
Yeah. Oh, are you putting a link in, Jay?
Yeah, I'm bloody linked you, boy. There we go. Boom.
Bosh. Matt, good evening, Matt. Late to the party. No problem there. I'm always late. Scott Lee. Mark, are you going to do mouth to lung aliens?
The thing is, they're a bit low, aren't they, for mouth to lung because of the ohms?
They seem more popular in the States than they are here. Because, and I don't want to pick,
More like a
but
restricted direct lung, isn't it?
yeah, mouth to lung in the US isn't essentially what it is here. They tend to go about a 0.6 ohm coil, and mouth to lung it, don't they? That's their idea of mouth to lung. Ours is about a 1 ohm coil, and mouth to lung probably a bit tighter draw than theirs as well. So I'm not saying everyone. You can't say everyone. That's too much of a generalisation. But if I can get the right mix on that, Scott, then yeah, possibly. Don't never say never on that one.
Oh, Rufus has said thank you in Welsh. I didn't know you knew Welsh, Rufus. Thank you very much.
The only Welsh I know is Carrots 100.
Moron. Yeah, moron. And it's spelt moron.
Is it?
Yeah, it's spelt moron, but it's pronounced moron.
That was quite funny when I saw that on Amazon whatnot. Echo.
And 100 is can't.
Yes, that's right.
Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way Alexa says it is a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
Because she even does it in a Welsh accent like this.
Swelling monkey.
Is that jacket? Whose trainers are them shoes?
Trainers are them shoes.
Never heard that before. It's
No,
a famous Welsh thing that is.
I know in Ireland it's like, will you be taking a cup of tea? That one always struck me as odd. Where are you taking it?
I'll do it now in a minute.
I need a DNA squonk. That Screever looks really nice. Just got back into temp control. Why did I leave? You see, that's not something I have tried it. It's not quite been there for me. Perhaps I ought to try it again, temp control, because I know some people.
Mouth to lung, I think it would be quite useful for.
Mm.
But other than that, nah. I've tried it. I just think I know when it's dry because it feels dry.
Yes, I am, Pav. On top of chat, unheard of. Quick, everyone type something. So yeah, I am.
Whose coat is this jacket? Whose trainers are them shoes?
Matt Cloud9 Hardy. I make 0.9 ohm aliens, but they're a bugger, and you end up with more wire in the bin.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That'd be. If you fancy posting me a couple off, Matt, I'd be quite interested in trying a couple of your 0.9 ohm aliens.
Make sure they're crap, otherwise we'll be getting you to make him some to sell on the site.
Ooh.
And you'll be like, ah, damn it.
Yeah. What are you doing for the next month?
While we're on about coils, have you seen those pro coils Mark sells? Sorry, I couldn't resist after that.
Someone phoned me up at the weekend, and was it Sunday? And I said, yes. I'm in the workshop, I'm making these bloody pro coils, as I was yesterday. Please, Jay, don't mention the pro coils. I don't really want anyone to buy them because I absorbed my life. So he goes and mentions it.
I think people don't realise they're rewickable.
No, they're not. They used to be. They're not anymore.
No, that's why they were buying loads, because I think they're just using them until they burn out and then throw them in the bin.
Oh, right, yeah, they're rewickable. If you've got one, put another wick in it. Don't buy another one.
Yeah, because it takes him hours to make them, because he does them all by hand. I was watching him the other day do them. That's fascinating to watch.
Thanks.
So, did you get any vape mail last week then, Mark? At all?
Well, I may have got a couple of bits. And the trouble was, I was too busy doing YouTube reviews Did you watch my YouTube review?
I didn't watch it. I've seen you've uploaded
Well,
it, and
if
I was
you'd
going to
watched
watch it
it,
tomorrow morning when I've got 5 minutes to myself, so have a little watch.
had you have watched it, Jay, you'd have seen one of my presents on the review, which was from Jay.
Look at all the bloody fingerprints on it already.
Well, I've been using it. And no, it's cold, so as soon as I touch it, look, you get like a fingerprint.
Yeah, a lot better than the shiny one, though, isn't it?
Let's see if I can fire this up better than I did on the thing, so you can see it.
There you go.
Naturevape.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my ohms tester that Jay's made me, so I've got do it so I can see it.
So the buttons are on the side, so you can hide the buttons.
Wherever. There.
There you are.
So I can fire it here, and everyone can see the display while I'm using it for the reviews. So thank you ever so much, Jay.
Welcome, mate.
If anyone else wants one of these, folks, Jay loves making them. They're only $9.99 from Jay.
Add a couple of 9s on that, and a 3 and a 4
with a DNA 75C chip.
It's not a C chip; it's a DNA 75.
DNA 75 chip. Jay loves making them. He loves making them for no money. Yeah. Everyone, please order.
I will be honest. I make nothing out of making my mods. If I make a fiver, I'm bloody lucky. Because they're not cheap to put together. I mean, that would be about 140, 130 quid going out.
Yeah.
Parts is nearly 100 quid's worth in there. Then you've got about a tenner for shipping. And consumables, solder, wire. You know, it soon adds up.
It's your time as well, because you have to cut all these holes, don't you? They're not.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
They're not pre-cut, are they?
I mean, just to give you an idea, it's about an hour and a half just to do the cut for the screen.
Shall we show everyone the inside?
Yeah, you can show them the guts. Show them the guts. It's a single 18650 Rufus.
There you go. There's the internals. So that's
how clean and whistly that is, eh?
Clean and whistly. I haven't got any lights on in here. I've got the top light on. There you go.
No, they can see.
So yeah, very much appreciated, Jay. And would you make one for someone else if someone wanted one?
Yeah, they'd be about 130, 140 quid, give or take, going out because of the parts. And I'll ask if I can get a DNA 75 board because they're a bit rare and rocking horse at the minute. But yeah, I just like it because it's a nice board. It's nice and slim. Yeah. You could use a 75C, but it'd be a little bit, you know.
And that obviously includes having whatever name and emblem you want on the screen, doesn't it? Because you enjoyed doing that, didn't you, Joe?
That took me bloody ages doing that.
It didn't take you long, did it?
It took me ages. I'll tell you how I did it. I had to take a screenshot on my phone of the website so I could get the picture. Then I had to crop it down. Then I had to send it my missus on Facebook so I could send it to my computer. Oh no, sorry. First, it had to go on a video editing software on my phone because someone decided to do his logo in green and not black and white, which would have made life a lot easier. So I had to change it into black and white.
PDF if you'd have asked.
Yeah.
But you wanted to surprise me, which was lovely of you.
Yeah, I wanted to surprise you, so it had your name on it. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Where did I get to in chat? Shane Gibbs.
Nice the Stealth Vape ones, Rufus.
Shane Gibson, my internet's up and down like a tart's knickers.
I built a few of those with the older ones he had, 75s.
Adrian, temp control isn't about dry hit prevention, but instant, perfect hits that don't change, Jay. Yeah, I kind of get that, Adrian. The only thing I would say, this is, you might, if you're really into temp control, I would welcome your disagreement, because that will show that there is a reason why I should look into it more. For me, the reason I like wattage mode is that like crescendo of, like a bit like when you're smoking, you got the first bit, and as you were drawing in, you got that hit, and that's kind of what I like about wattage mode. It's the ramp up and then to where I want to stop and finish. And I didn't find I got that with temp control. I found it was almost a little bit in, stay there,
Yeah.
Didn't go anywhere else. And probably that might be what you like about temp control. But
Yeah.
there you go. Tell me I'm wrong, Adrian, or tell me I'm right, whatever. But that is my experience. Yeah, I'll send you some. You helped out with Stuart's fundraiser. Fantastic. Well, it'd be nice. I'd like to try one, see what they're like. It'd be brilliant. The swirling monk, dry hit protection's only a tiny part of it for me. Pev, will you get that much out of mouth-to-lung aliens compared to Naturevape, Tricol, Claptons, for example? I don't think so. I don't know, Pav, but always nice to try different things. So you, Pav, presumably means what I put in the dock shell. This one. That's the one I guess Pav means. There, the 3-core at 1.16 ohm. That came out at 1.15, Jay. That did on the review.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick, a 75C version is doable, but the only problem is then your screen would be cockeyed. That's why I like the 75, because you wouldn't be able to fit it in the box the other way, if that makes sense, because the screen's on its side. Do you know what I mean? So you'd have to sort of like turn it around, then fire. You know what I mean? It wouldn't work. That's why I haven't done it.
And Andy, last question for today. When is the Hera coming out, and are you getting the polish clear?
That's the one I want.
Yes, I'm getting the polish clear, is easily answered. And
Yeah.
I'm going to say they'll be here next week. I reckon I'll be holding one up. I reckon a week away. They're all on order. There are quite a few of the sheets down there, but quite a few on order. Oh, you were talking to Rufus, were you?
Mm.
Yep, I thought you were. Proper Coils, good evening. There's another man who does coils. What Proper Coils? What about that? Aliens for mouth to lung. What's your take on that? And if you think they're good, why haven't you sent me a pack? A very warm welcome to the show. Adrian, Mark, you are correct, but with some mods you can go with low watts, and that does give you what you want, but quicker. Watts are perfect if that's your thing. So that pretty much did sum it up. And thanks, Adrian. That's my experience of it. So I just wondered if you don't know if you're missing out until you ask the question. Someone else asked me a question on my review. That's right. But I hope it's not a silly question. Can I put Canthal in the dot shell? No such thing as a silly question. I make blunders. Jay does. We all do. And if you don't know, this is the best way. True Tank V2 on top of the Hera. Yes. That's not that far away from the prototype being sent either. But it's going to be, I think, the True Pro rather than the True 2, I think. It's True Pro.
Am I getting one? Am I getting a try with you?
I think...
Am I getting one to try out so we can both talk about it again?
I think it'd be rude not to, don't you? But I think to start with, they'll probably just send one, because obviously when the prototype's made, it's handmade. Then when everything works well, then they spit them out on the CNC and so on. So it goes on. Proper Coils. I do a 0.5 mouth to lung alien on the site, 3x30 gauge Canthal wrapped with 38 gauge NI80. So that's what I said. Basically, that from my experience of the alien mouth to lung coils, they're about 0.5. Well, you said 0.6 ohm, but 0.5 ohm. I said 0.6 ohm.
Yeah.
But apparently, what ohms did he say? Was it 0.9?
Something like that, wasn't it?
Or was it a 0.9? Skipping back in chat. It was Matt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Matt. Yeah, I make a 0.9 ohm alien, but they're a bugger, and you end up with more wire in the bin. There you go.
Yeah. I can imagine why as well.
Yeah. When is the nest being revealed? Rufus. Good question. Let's have a vape. Would everyone like to
Here we go, guys. Here we go. You're going to start swanking it up now. Like...
Have I put any juice in it? No. Would everyone like to see a picture of the latest version that I've done of it?
Oh, go on then. Go on then. I won't see it, but I need to watch the bloody cast now, don't I?
Yeah, watch the cast. Let me know when you're ready. I'll put it up there.
Well, by the time I get there, it'll be done, won't it?
Well, you'll give everyone else a chance to have a go and have a talk about it. What does everyone think of that? That is the logo and the general style of the RDA as far as I've got with it.
I'm waiting for it to come.
First thoughts? What do you all think? Just reading through chat while everyone's looking at that. Nick says that he likes the Aliens mouth to lung coils. In a review about mixing an iron cathode. Right, okay. Could anyone suggest
I like that. I like that a lot, mate.
You like that a lot?
Yeah, I like that.
I
Looks
just
like
thought,
barbed wire.
Oh yeah, I just thought all RDAs look quite pretty much the same.
To be fair though, I think that would look quite nice plain with just the Nest logo on as well.
Well, I think it would, but I do also just think that, in my personal opinion, add something to it, and you know.
Or you could just have a bit of knurling top and bottom.
Like a bit of knurling.
I love a bit of knurling. You can't beat a bit of knurling, mate. Bit of knurling, bit of grip. Bit of knurling. Because you need the grip to lift the cap off, don't you?
So let's get rid of the picture now. Everyone's seen that. Bosh and gone. Could anyone suggest a good tobacco concentrate other than nets? I think you'll do well, David, to find a concentrate for tobacco. It's not an easy one to find. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, everyone in chat. Proper Coils and Matt having an in-chat about their coils. That's always nice to see, isn't it? Fight, 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 fight. No, it's nice they're having a chat and talking about the coils. Brilliant. Be nice as well. I mean, I know Proper Coils. I am subscribed. I forget your first name. I can't remember. I'm very sorry about that. I did know it. I watched a few of your reviews. Be nice to have you on the show one day if you fancy popping on. Be good. Nick Bailey. Jay, where can I hit you up to arrange buying a build stand like Mark's?
Already replied.
You're like this annoying personal secretary who's done everything before you ask. Yeah, can I go to lunch now? Have you done so-and-so? Of course I have.
I'm efficient, mate. What are you talking?
Rufus, show us the deck, Mark. I can't, Rufus. I can't honestly show you the deck. I will.
All I'm going to say is you're going to love the deck.
When it's done and it's finished, I'll show you the deck, but I cannot until then because it will get copied. I know.
Because China.
Yeah.
Industrious little fellows they are. Industrious little fellows.
Otherwise, I would. You know what I'm like. I'm transparent. I would show you. And as soon as it gets to the point where I know they're coming, I've got everything there, I will show everyone the deck. And, I'll obviously make a proper video about it as well. Swirling Monk, flash your deck. I answered that one.
Get your deck out.
John Deck. Dion, that's pretty cool. So thanks, Dion. Font is a thing. Font is a thing. Is that good or bad, Swirling Monk? Don't know.
I think they're on about copyright because it looks like the Nestle font.
Hey? I'll leave
it off. Nestle font.
No. You can't, you can't not use a typeface because Nestle use it or
Should
something.
have called it the Caramac.
Iggy says it's nice. Thank you, Iggy. Mark, like it. Looks like something out of Hellraiser. Not sure about the drip tip. Drip tip is not final, Pav. What I didn't want though is if you have I got one here? I don't know what I've done with it. Just a normal straight drip tip. Just looked a little bit like all the others. What's this one here? Come on.
Kit Kat font.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, Kit Kat. Have a break, have a Kit Kat.
Let's put. Does that fit on it?
Oh, on that score, what do you say to a constipated cat? Have a break, have a shit cat.
I can't get that in there now. But anyway, drip tips. I mean, the other thing is as well, obviously, with anything with an 810 drip tip, just put your own on. If you don't like it, change that, can't you?
Will you be doing a stainless steel 810 to 510 drip tip with it? You know, the little adapters, because not many people do the stainless steel ones.
Yeah, because you often see the plastic ones, don't you?
Yeah, I like the stainless steel ones. They're classy.
Yeah,
and you can fit them on other things and they look cool.
Yeah, good point. May well do, is the answer to that. Matt says, so who's got the budgies?
I haven't got a budgie. I've got one lone Finch over there because he lost his mate about 3 weeks ago. 3-4 weeks ago, yeah.
Always so sad, isn't it? I had a right week. Tail end of last week with Murphy, my dog. I honestly thought I was going to lose him, and horrendous, absolutely horrendous. You just don't realise how much you love him until that happens. I mean, I knew it did anyway. He's like my best mate, but you know, we humanise these animals, don't we? And it's just so upsetting. But you know, he is loads better now. So, but yeah, the choice was mine at the vets. Which way did I want to go? So that's how bad it was. But
yeah.
Nick, Mark, I'll be honest. The logo is okay, but don't like that top and bottom next things. Next things, but I know what you mean. The top and bottom.
The nest things, yeah.
Maybe just the bottom, or just bottom bit, or just the logo. Is it a proprietary drip tip? No, it's just an 810. An 810 drip tip, Andy will fit it. And you said that was the last question, Andy. You asked another one. Both ways would be cool. Looks a bit vandalised. I just thought it makes it look a bit different. And the problem is, if you with a logo or anything on a stainless steel tank, where do we go there?
Something popped up on my phone.
Woke you up anyway. When you engrave anything on, or laser or etch it or anything on a tank, it has to be quite bold. Otherwise, and I think Vic found this out, and this isn't a dig at Vic at all, but when he did his Kelpie, it looked a bit like the horse was getting rogered from behind, didn't it? With the castle in the background with the Kelpie.
I like the logo, though. I did like that
logo.
The
logo was lovely, but put it on a tank and it lost what it should have had because there was too much detail in that logo. So that's really what was in my head with it, and I thought about leaving it plain. And if you think about something like the Reload, just bright, shiny, plain, looks lovely, classy. But I just also thought, let's make it a bit different. Let's freshen life up a bit, and that's where I was with it. Nestle font, like the knurling like engravings. It's not Nestle.
The Caramacs are on, Mark.
Well, they are made by Nestle, aren't they?
Yes. That's probably why it was in your head when you were looking at it.
Let me bring that picture up again, and I'll have a look.
You have to get on the thing now. Have a
Absolute rubbish. Hang on, let's move it. Can I move it? No, move the whole thing. Let's make that smaller if I can. Oh, I've locked it, haven't I? 1 second. Unlock it. Right, let's make that smaller. And bring that over there. Right. Oh, I can't. I've got to put it on Jay's side, haven't I? Hang on.
It is a little bit.
Right.
It is a little bit. It is a little bit close.
Is it hell?
It is a little bit. If Nestle was in capitals,
Oh,
it would be. It would be.
Nestle was in capitals.
Yeah, the
Nestle,
nest bit.
Nestle don't make RDAs, but if they did.
Is that why you've got the C before Nest, so it looks like Carlsberg?
Oh, so it's Carlsberg as well now, is it?
It is it's similar.
Yeah, but come on, how many typefaces are there? You could say, I don't know.
I'm with Andy on that. Less is more. It's more classy. But at the same time, I do quite like that. But yeah, if I was going to do it with myself, I'd probably just have the Nest logo and Nest on it and not have the other bits.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to get a bit, we've had all this torrid time, haven't we? And I just thought, jazz it up a bit. Come on.
Jazz it up a bit.
Let's have something to be refreshed about. Proper calls for sure. Well, it'd be nice to have you on. If you get in touch and email me if you like, or send me a Skype. Are you on Skype? If you are, you can send me a Skype message, or my mobile number's on the site. Just send me a text or.
Here's an idea. You could send it with 2 caps. You could have 2 caps made for it, so it comes with 2 caps.
Well, we could have a sports cap, couldn't we? Like a competition.
A little peak on it. Little snapback.
I'm getting a lot of grief
today. Do you know what I mean? If you just had one like that one, it comes like that, and then in the box you've got a separate one that's just got the Nest logo on it, with the Nest on it. Because there's a lot of people that like people in there, like myself, and like you said, I like a clean looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too busy. And then that sometimes you just want to show off, don't you?
Sometimes on a picture as well, it's hard to tell. When you actually get it in front of you, when you probably know. And when the prototype comes, and if I think that's too blingy, because I'm not a blingy person. If it's too blingy, I'll change it again. But that was where I'd got to with it. Iggy, is it single or dual or both? It's single Iggy. I've got this one at 64 watts.
And he ain't put any juice in it since he started.
64 watts, 0.2 ohm coil. No, I haven't. A single coil. Enjoying the blackcurrant raspberry and lime. Reminds me of fruit pastels. Exactly right, Tim Baker. That's what it reminds me of too. Still not dry. Still going.
Yeah.
Pav, get your decks out. No. Get your old decks out. No, told you, Pav, can't. How long till it's released, Mark? Roughly, Nick Bailey. Where are we now? July. I would have said, that doesn't sound good when you say July, does it? November. No, I think it's mainly just sort of packaging and finer details now. So I would have said, should we go 4 weeks? 4 weeks. Let's go 4 weeks, and I think we'll be there.
I think you should put it in a tube. I like tubes.
In a tube.
I like tube packaging. Takes up less space.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Swirling Monk, brushed stainless with Nest shapes, top and bottom, with a circle logo, but without the font. For me.
Or a tin, a little round tin, and then you could have like mesh on the front of it, so you could see it underneath it, like the mesh of the nest, so to speak.
The mesh of the nest.
Yeah.
Kit Kat. Graham, Mark, Nest looks nice, but would go for the Nest effect on the deck rather than the cap. Oh, what, underneath? Does he mean underneath? Right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And Matt saying about he lost his African grey 18 months ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate.
John, side airflow or bottom, Mark? There's side. Well, it's at the bottom. There, I can show you that side. There, look. There you go.
Yeah.
And you should be able to see straight through it. There you go. Can see straight through it. And that's on half and half. Let's wide open. I can't rub your head, Joe. I'm trying. I can't reach over.
Get the shine on. Get the shine on.
Andy, with RDA and logos, I think less is more. To me, it's more classy. In general, Andy, I tend to agree with you. I do tend to agree with you. Rufus, Nescafe then. Well, I'll tell you what, if it's half as popular as their products, I'll be well happy. But I don't get why everyone thinks the typeface is their typeface. It's a typeface, surely, isn't it?
Yeah. Typeface.
You're right, Mark. Less is more. Keep it classy. China might get all that. And China do, to be fair, they like to put their bling. They do. And I remember the True Tank, I was forever, no.
Keep it clean. Keep it simple.
Keep it plain. Keep it plain. Easy, Tiger. Pav, Mark, at the end of the day, I still want to buy it because I know you wouldn't release it if it wasn't good. Thank you, Pav. No, I wouldn't. You're quite right. Well, good in my opinion, put it that way. Graham prefers a clean look. So in general, I think most people seem to be saying that so let's put it back on again. That one. And it isn't locked, so I can move it, make it bigger. Move it about. Make it bigger. So most people seem to be saying to just have the Nest emblem as it is in the middle, and top and bottom, plain's a plain thing. Whole thing plain.
I think that would look nice. With just Nest on it and a little logo. I think that would look nice.
Can you see what I was trying to do?
I can see what you're trying to do.
Picture behind it. Give it a little bit of identity, bit of branding. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, it's all right, folks. It only took me about 6 hours. Don't worry. You can see what I was trying to do. Just call it Caramac.
They'll buy it anyway.
That's not the point. We want to make the best we can, don't we? We want people to buy it and love it. That's what we want. Kieran, less is more. Got to try that line on my wife. Yeah. Andy, Nest, single or dual? If dual, can it be made single coil? Sorry, another question. Yeah. No, single coil, Andy. Single coil. So Keith, I think he's talking to Matt. Paul, Mark, bollocks to the discussion. You've designed something different, and that's what counts. Plenty of plain stuff out there. That, Paul, was my point. Most are plain, and I just wanted something a bit different. Every RDA you pick up is plain, and I just think, break the mould a bit. That was my thinking. I think when I physically get it in my hand, I'll know and think, no, that's too much. Or, like that, because you don't know until you physically see it.
But like you say, you could do it with 2 caps. One fancy down.
There could be. Sometimes the competition caps are like an Alton one or something like that, aren't they? But, do we want to go down that route? Don't know.
A clear one. Oh.
Or a clear one.
Oh.
Could you have a clear one?
Yeah, you know, like a clear cap. Yeah. You could have like a PM.
Show the top cap.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have that. You know, you could have something like that, couldn't you? Yeah. A cap like that for it. Everyone's intrigued about the inside, but you'll have to wait.
You will have to wait, folks. I'm sorry. And I'm not doing it for attention. I really am doing it because I know it will get copied if people see it. And I don't want it copied. It will get copied afterwards, I believe. I think it will get copied afterwards. And when it does, and if it does, at least everyone will know, yeah, but Naturevape came up with that idea first. And that's all that matters to me, really.
Point, isn't it?
So, Mark, PM me your address on Instagram of a bottle of said caramel juice for you. Cal Science.
Karamat. Hey up, Cals, how's it going?
I don't know. I've got an Instagram account. I used to have someone that put pictures on there for me, but I can't actually remember the last time I looked at my Instagram account, which for a business is probably bad of me. But
yeah, it's not a good idea, mate. Insta's very handy for.
I know, but you know, I'm
same as Facebook. It's free advertising, isn't
it? When you think, you just don't realise in a way that. For someone like me to have my website and stuff like that, that is just, you wouldn't have believed that a few years ago because, you know, what I knew about website things was less than like a 14-year-old, I think. Do you know what I mean? It really was, you know, my knowledge was poor. And it's, you know, you do learn as you go along, but, you know, I'll never be a keyboard wizard, put it that way. I used to work with a guy, Jay, that before he typed, like he was a car salesman. We had to propose our own finance proposals at one point. Yeah. He was coming up to retirement. He'd never seen a keyboard in his life, and he sat there and he's like, right, and he's like, tight, and he got his finger. You got to watch, Jay. Jay, he got his finger.
What you filling me tank up?
I don't care. You have to listen. What? He got his finger and he went. Every time he hit the keyboard, he licked his fingers.
Sell me a dodgy car off.
Funny as hell that was. Graham, to be honest, if you designed it, I'd buy it anyway. Yeah, well, thank you, Graham. That's nice of you to say. Neil Roberts, fruit pastels. Nobody told me that. Was that the true juice? Yeah, it's the true blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime in either concentrate form, Neil, or we've got it in short fill as well.
It's bloody nice, if I do say so myself.
You like that? You keep buying bottles of that, don't you, Jay?
Yeah, I've got the concentrate here. I've made a few up. I keep vaping it. I'm on it tonight. To this.
That's the concentrate there. Blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime, but it also comes in one of those. Fruit juice. Matt, most importantly, does it come with a little blue screwdriver? No, I don't believe it will. Well, there may be a screwdriver of sorts, but it will not be a little blue one. Is that a clue? Intake.
He's going to have a Birmingham screwdriver, a little miniature hammer and a chisel.
A little... a Barbie screwdriver. Bob the Builder screwdrivers. Why? Yeah, I mean, they are actually getting better now, some of these screwdrivers, aren't they?
You get some really nice ones.
Some are getting quite good to be.
The ones I really like are the T ones.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Like these ones. I love these little things.
Yeah, they're quite good.
Well handy.
Rufus says go clean. Ian says plain. A Nest text and logo. Most want clean looks because they want to put it on a la-di-da mod swirling.
Damn straight.
Hey?
Damn straight.
Pav, this is just a render. Engraving will not look exactly, Pav. Yeah, that was what I was trying to explain, that the engraving won't look so pronounced on the real thing. It won't look so barbed wire-y, I don't think. And at the end of the day, it's called a nest. So obviously the idea is the top and bottom should look like a nest. Admittedly, at the minute, more of a crow's nest than the blackbird's nest. But there you go. John says he likes it as it is. You see, you're going to get falls and against, aren't you?
Yeah.
Lammers looks great. I'm intrigued about the inside. Yeah. Sorry about that. Standard cap and a Dutch cap. One for the oldies.
Yeah, Dutch cap.
Mark, that style didn't hurt the Royal Hunter, etc. You could release caps as accessories. If people really want... Yeah, exactly. It could well be an accessory, I guess. Couldn't it? If someone wants a plain, nothing on it whatsoever, they can have a plain one. What company's making it? Rufus, you keep asking me these questions I don't want to answer just yet. So I'm not.
Very, very, very good company.
Yeah, a very good company. An e-cig company as well.
Yeah.
Swirling Mark lockable top cap. It's well, it locks into place, so it can only open to the extent of the airflow. Yeah. Give it 2 days to get copy, John. Yeah, possibly. So there's a nest inside? Question marks.
Iggy, how much are you champing at the bit? Is old Iggy?
I'm not sure yet, Iggy. But it won't be. We're not talking.
It's not going to be mega bucks, is it?
You know me. I try not to do all that.
Stay humble with pricing.
Adrian, I like it just the way you showed it. Makes some good knurling. Well, that was the other point. You know, it gives you a little bit of grip, I guess. Matt, yeah, 2 blackbird eggs. Graham, Mark, the nest effect would look good. Nice on the bottom. Could be a lid edition cap. Yeah, presumably you mean almost like a flick lid that pour your juice in, like a hinge lid, and put the lid back down. Is that what you mean? I guess. Swirly Merc, Fast Tech have sold drippers that didn't release as it's a clone of the look. Eh?
Don't know. I have no idea what that is.
I think probably what he means is they've sold drippers that look like they flip the lid. Is that what he means? I don't know. Not sure what you meant there, Swirly Merc. Tim, clear cap made of PCTG would be good, as can be used with citrus liquids like Vape Snail.
There you go. There's a flip cap. Look, do you remember the Mad Hatter?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Which is pretty nifty, really, isn't it? Because how easy is that? And down. You know, that would be quite straightforward, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Neil, Mark, you sold...
It doesn't lend itself to squonking, guys, before you ask.
No, non-squonkable. Neil, Mark, you sold Nick shots. Wasn't it Neil who asked about the blackcurrant raspberry lime?
Possibly, yeah.
If it was Neil, you get a free Nick shot with it. So, but yes, we do. Thank you, Pav. Yes, he does. Or vice versa, an opaque plastic cap with the rest in clear. Yeah, now that would look nice, wouldn't it?
Quite classy.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of that. Yeah. Does it come with a snap-on socket set?
Pav's £1.29.
I think I can't edit your text there, Pav. I'm trying. Iggy, you can please send some of the people's... you can please some of the people some of the time and all the people none of the time. Exactly right, Iggy. But, you know, I think there's there's an area there somewhere where we all look at something and think, oh, yeah, that looks nice. And that's what I'd like to achieve. Yeah, thank you, Pav. I'll put your comment up on the screen so everyone can see it. Andy, I'm with Jay. Clear caps for it would be great. Doesn't matter what's on it as long as the vape's good. Well, it does vape well. I say the flavour is very.
Dare I say it? I hate this word, but I think it's a bit of a game changer. Can feel him rolling his eyes as I said it.
Still haven't put juice in it, have I?
No. And Mark, does it leak if you turn it upside down and shake it?
No leak there, is there? Absolutely no leak there. Nothing.
And it ain't a tank. How many drops did you put it in this time?
It will take about 25 drops as a top up, but from dry, about 80, 85.
So just pour that stuff in.
Pour it in. Yeah. Yeah. Bit different, isn't it? Different is what we want.
That's what we want. Innovation.
Flick lid. Nah. Flick lid is a little bit old school now, isn't it? It was a bit.
But it get gimmicky, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit.
I mean, like this one, yeah, this one did it. It wasn't so you could drip on it because it's not a dripper, it's an RDTA, but you filled it. But the problem was, unless you had a 10 ml bottle, you couldn't fill it because you couldn't get it past the side.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's all. And obviously, the other thing is, it's an area that's going to wear and look naff after a while, possibly, isn't it, if you used it a lot?
There's a good one from Lammers. How many mils does it hold?
Well,
80 drops. How many is that going to be? About 3 mil?
Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it?
It's going to be about 3 mil, isn't it? I don't know. I would have
Yeah,
thought.
yes, it is.
Because it isn't a tank, it is a dripper.
It is a dripper. It's not a tank. Rufus, there was an RDA that the top cap split in half diagonally a few years ago.
Yes, I remember that. It slid, didn't it? Oh, yeah, it went like that. It went like a little sunroof. Like
Did it?
Yeah. Or it slid apart. I can't remember. I know which one he's on about, and I can't think what the hell it was called.
Well, a bit like Pac-Man.
Yeah, it just whack, whack, whack. Yeah. It was quite a nice looking bit of kit too. Yeah, he sort of slid it and then flipped it. Yeah.
Swirling Monk. Let's put that comment on the screen because now I fully understand you.
Yeah.
Mark, I was talking about the China cloning your RDA, as in Fast Tech was sold clone of RDAs before then, even released. Was a bit. They cloned the outside look. Yeah, completely get that. So, thank you, Swirling Merc. But you can imagine then if you showed everyone the inside, they'd clone the look of that as well, wouldn't they? So
yeah,
I mean, to clone the outside of that, what are they actually going to do? So perhaps I'll put pictures of the prototype up there and let them clone that one. The other thing is
completely different deck inside.
This one's 25 mil diameter. It's going to be 24.
Mm-hmm.
I think the final prototype is going to be sent to me next Thursday, not this Thursday, but the Thursday after. I think, from what I remember. So not next week, the week after, I'll have one to hold up, won't I? Iggy's off to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. All right, thanks, Iggy. Good night, and thanks for tuning in. How many mils? You've read that one, haven't you? The RDA goes all the way to the bottom of that mod. Yeah, it's a trick, everyone. There's a straw down there. No, it's not. No, there's really not. 47 thumbs up already. Look, Daniel's.
Get more thumbs up going, guys.
Daniel's put his comment there, but we've already got 47. So thanks ever so much for that, guys. That's brilliant. And what's that I'm watching? 75. Lovely. Music. And Matt says he already has. There's holes in the bottom that drips out. No, can you say how many mils it holds? Well, yeah, it's going to be about 3 mil, isn't it? About 3 mil of juice, I guess. No, it's probably more than that, I reckon. 80 odd drops. I'll tell you what, I will work it out. I'll fill a syringe, a 5 mil syringe, and see where it gets to. So,
I reckon it's probably about 3 mil, because drops is not a lot, is it?
No. I can now feel it starting to get not dry. Well, not on.
Oh, hang on! I found a drop to milliliter fucking
Oh, here we go.
conversion
Here we
machine.
go.
Here we
Let's
go.
hear this then.
Right. How many drops did you say?
From dry or no, just to the top. From dry
top.
or the top up? Dry or doing both? From dry about 80, 85, but let's call it 80.
That's 25 is 1.6 millish.
Right.
And what do you say? 80.
Yeah. So it's going to be
5.1 mil. 5.18 mil. Yeah.
There you go. I said it was a bit more than 3, didn't I? So, what about that, guys? The nice thing is, I think we all like a dripper, but the one thing that does annoy you is the inconsistency of them. That's what I wanted to overcome. So you first drip your juice in, it's spitty, then you get the lovely bit, then you get the dry bit, then it's the same. What am I trying to think of? Rinse and repeat or whatever. What's the expression?
Yeah.
Cycle, repeat. But with this, because you don't have to top it up anywhere near as often, and it doesn't spit even when you have, so that's what I like about it. That's what I was trying to achieve, and that's what I think I have achieved.
Oh, they're all guessing. They're all having a guess.
What are they guessing?
Oh, they're trying to guess what's inside it.
My guess: you drip to the sidewalls that holds the juice. Filled with steel wool or loads of cotton. Drops per mil depends on bottle dropper size. I guess it does.
Yeah,
but
but that's give or take, isn't it? But like a 60 ml bottle is going to be about standard, I would say.
This one, but you get the point that it doesn't just hold, a small amount of juice. It holds a lot. Yeah. Matt's off. Good night, peeps. Early start in the morning.
Good night, Matt.
Thanks for tuning in. It has to be an RDTA. No,
it's not. It's an RDA, mate. It is an RDA.
An RDA, and all will be revealed quite soon. Just changing the subject. Well, I spoke about my dog. It was my birthday, wasn't it? Was it last week or the week before? Can't remember now. Between the two, I think. My sister gave me, or did something. Tina actually instigated it all. She bought me a present that my sister made. And things like this mean far more to me than people spending loads of money. And my sister's very good at art, and she painted a couple of pictures. One of Alfie, my old dog that is now gone, he's passed away, and one of Murphy. They obviously were together, both Labradoodles. And here's Alfred. That's the I've just took a picture of it on my wall, so it'll come to you in a minute, Jay.
I'm gonna have to fucking get on that now.
In fact, what I should have done is
shared it on there.
I've got these. Unlock that. Unlock it. Let's move that along because I've got them both.
There's something else you were going to talk about as well, wasn't there? Was it the hero or something?
No, I've done that.
You've done that. Oh, look, that's lovely.
And here's Murphy. Now, I think you've seen Murphy, and that is. She's just captured the character of both dogs so well. She really has. So I was absolutely over the moon with that. And Tina instigated that as my birthday present that my sister painted for me. So well happy with that. Where she gets those skills from. But
I'm useless at art. I can't do it. I've tried.
Nor can I can do like technical drawing. I can do all that, but I've got no flair for that at all. And I know my sister does get, what do they call it when people ask
commissions?
Commissions. She does get commissions for pictures, and absolutely amazing how she does it. Thanks, Dion.
Ian, it's the Molyneux. That's what it's called, the Molyneux. It's the name of Thor's hammer, isn't it?
Yeah, Scott Lee looks like a photo. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And he's. I don't know if I got an actual picture of Murphy in here. I must have. I won't search for too long, but.
Oh yeah, what did Tina think of the old I made you then?
Of the what?
Your little burning tab.
Yeah, the first thing I did was show it to her. She thought it was really clever, really good. Where's a picture of it? Oh, so many pictures in here. Oh, not that one. Definitely not that one. And pictures of the deck of my RDA, so definitely not those. Come on, there's pictures here. I know there is. You take so many pictures of the dog.
Should have called your RDA the TARDIS.
The TARDIS. Yeah, should have done it. That's a good idea.
I always wanted to make a Portaloo lot of the TARDIS and call it the Turdis.
That's not there. That's a different dog. Got too many pictures in here. I'm sorry, folks. I won't delay you too much longer. If I can't find one, I can't find one. I can't believe I've flicked through so many pictures. If you think of the dog, you've seen the Flash advert.
Yeah.
There was so much mess. He even barks at that advert. That dog.
Oh my God! Now that's stuck in my head. Flash.
Here he is.
Cleans all your surfaces.
So Tina's going to hate me for this because she's in the background. But if I show, let's get that picture up again of Murphy. So if I bring that up, and then I've got to move that, haven't I? Because I've got to show it my side. So let's bring that over there. You'll have to wait for this to come on screen, I think.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I can see you because obviously you're holding it up. But bless him.
He's got his bandana on there because it's just been done. But can you see how clever she's got?
Lightness, yeah. She's got it bang on, hasn't she?
Yeah, she really has. So, sorry, folks, if you don't like animals, I'm sorry to bore you with that lot, but I do. So there. And you like your animals too, don't you, Jay? So
I love me animals, mate.
Right, I think we've reached that time, haven't we? 21:59.
Indeed.
Was there anything else I wanted to say, talk about?
Was there something else? I can't remember. Covered the Hera, covered the BP mods.
No, that was it. BP mods.
BP mods. There we go.
I have spoken to him, made contact and said that why haven't you offered me these people all been in contact? He's apologised so much. He said, I've been so busy. Oh my God. He said, how could I have forgotten you? I'm so sorry. But he also said that he didn't think there was much interest coming from the UK. And I guess sometimes we forget we are a tiny part of this e-cig market, aren't we? An absolute tiny part. Although we think we all vape a lot and love it. You know, so...
Well, I want one with the DLC, so...
Yeah, but all's not lost yet, folks, and I don't think anyone else has got them. I think Kieran had to get his from France. So
yeah.
I'll be in touch with him and give you some more definitive news next week.
Yeah.
But, you know, if people want it, and it is a pretty good tank, to be fair, as well. I got the early, prototype, didn't I?
Yeah. I love the look of it. I think it looks... it's right up the street.
Yeah, and the build on even that was very good. So, yes, we'll have a look. Ian Morgan, Labradoodle in the Flash ad. Yeah, he really does, though. And he barks at the ad. It's so funny. He's also given someone else stock of the Pioneer, Paul. Who? Oh, right, another company in the UK, has he? I wasn't aware of that. Didn't know that. Right. Okay, Jay, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for keeping us all entertained with your questions and general jolliness and jibing and poking sticks. And we shall see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Stick poking.
Stick poking.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for all your questions, all your interest in my RDA. That was nice. Nice that everyone's interested and keen.
Well, I think you've sold at least 10 before just one tonight.
Yes. So thanks for all that. And as all, I know I say it every week, and I sound a bit like an old parent. Please be careful of this virus. It hasn't gone away, and I just think everyone's taken it far too. Let's go and have a beer. Let's forget about it. It really has. hasn't gone away. Just look at the.
They say fist bump.
Well, look at the figures. They're there for themselves,
Yeah.
aren't they? You know, and I just want people to stay safe and be
Yeah.
well. A vaccine will come out, so let's try not to get it before it does.
Stay safe, because you can't buy stuff from Naturevape if you've got the virus.
If you can't breathe, you can't vape, and that's no good to me.
That's it. Yeah, that's no good.
No, we jest. Thanks ever so much, everyone, and until next week, bye for now.
See you later.